That is
JP.
And this is Googie. And this is the JP and Googie podcast. Check it out. JP got her own microphone. Her mother said, I take control of the microphone too much and I talk too much. So we had to get her one now. She can get it cooking.
Yeah.
Now she can get it started on him. And once she gets going, there's no stopping her.
No stopping.
So this is the much anticipated video. This has always been in the works. It was one of the ideas that we threw out there early on. We wanted to show off the fourth member of the family, the sister, the sister, JP's sister.
My beautiful sister.
We are going to introduce the family dog. This is Marlo, aka Marzipan,
aka Mars,
aka Mars, aka the one and only Boston Terrier Pitbull, man.
Smelly.
Don't do that. Let's introduce Mars, man. This is our beautiful dog that we adopted. Marzipan. Marzi.
Hello, wake up.
See her back there?
She's back there.
Marzipan, come here.
She's too lazy. She doesn't want to get up.
She's laying back there. We'll bring her up sooner. Soon process. Marzipan, come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come here.
What are you doing, lady?
Okay, she's back there. All right, we'll bring her up soon enough. Okay, so JP, let's get into it.
All right, so.
Let's talk about the process of wanting a dog and why you wanted a dog.
Okay, so like ever since I was like 4 or 5, I was like, Mom, Dad, I want a dog. I want a pet. Because we never had a pet. Like up until like, I don't even know when. But
Where's the bed?
I was always begging for a dog or just some pet.
Come here. Come on.
Like at that point, I wanted like a whole zoo. And so, basically, in like 2020,
come here,
maybe. There she is.
Say hi to everybody, Marzipan. Look at her. Look at her.
So cute. So cute.
Yeah.
At some point, like in 2020, during like maybe like October, September, I don't even know. I saw this dog on, what was it, Pet Finder?
Pet
Finder. Not her though. It was a different dog named Brock. He was a Rottweiler. Oh my gosh. Put her down. Named Brock. He was a Rottweiler. He looked very cute. But before we could meet him, we were just about to meet him. Some other family took him. So we were a little disappointed, but you know, Googie and my mom, we were still like looking forward to finding a dog. So we kept searching on Pet Finder. I had found some cute dogs. And then after school one day, like after I got home from the bus, like we drove to the like adoption center and, you know, we met some dog that I had never heard of, Marlo, and I'm like, who is that? And so we go in, right? And so they bring her out. She runs in immediately and is jumping over everybody. She's like panting so aggressively. She licks him all over the face, like in every single like part of his face. She licks everybody. She jumps on everybody. And since I wasn't used to dogs, like I like the idea of wanting a dog, but like seeing a dog in real life, it was scary. And like I thought she was gonna bite me or something, so I was like really scared. And like I like stayed in the corner. I was like, oh no, I don't like this one. She's scary. But then, you know, we decided to bring her home, and over the past how many years? Like 4. She's become so sweet and lazy. But yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the process of wanting a dog. So I had never grown up with a dog. When I was little in Queens, we had a cat named Katie. And after that, we only had like fish. At a certain point, my grandfather had birds. But besides the fish tank, you know, we never had any pets. So for me, it was... Her mother had told me that she wanted a dog. She had told me that she wanted a dog, and you know, I'm all about doing whatever it takes to make my daughter happy. So the first we went, initially I wanted to get her mother the dog that she always wanted. And the dog that she wanted was an American Bulldog or a Frenchie. This is back in 2019. So I'm looking at the purebreds, and I'm checking out these prices. And even back then, they wanted 3,000 for a Bulldog, 3,000 for a Frenchie. And man, I'm just thinking to myself, man, there's no way I could drop a $3,000 bag on a dog, man. It's as much as I want to give them the best life possible, give them everything that they wanted, it just did not sit right with me. So I'm looking at all different types of breeds of dogs, and I'm thinking everything, no matter what dog it was at least $1,500. Thinking it's nuts, man. I think anybody who drops $2,000 on a dog is wild. So I said, hey, listen, my mother said, yo, let's look in the shelters. Let's adopt a dog. Let's give a dog a home. And for me, that's it best because I wanted a challenge. I wanted a dog that nobody wanted. I wanted the dog that was discarded. I wanted the dog that deserved love. And my entire life has been nothing but a challenge. So why would I start now and go spend a crazy bag on a dog? Like I was like, man, let's go to a shelter. Let's do the right thing. There's so many dogs in the shelters that nobody wants, that nobody's taking care of. And so we got online, and she's seen Brock. Brock was a Rottweiler, big, beautiful dog. We put our name in the hat. He was gone like that. So she was heartbroken about it. We never got to see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted the challenge of a dog that people think have bad names or whatever. That people wouldn't adopt. But Brock was gone. So we kept looking, and she came up. She was brand new there. A couple days had passed. She was still there. And I'm like, yo, let's go see this dog. Now, I'm impulsive.
We know.
I didn't think about the process of what it takes to own a dog. I didn't think about everything that goes into owning a dog, the financials, everything. All I knew was that I wanted to give my daughter a dog, and I wanted to make her happy. So we put in the application, we got accepted, and now it's time to go see her. And what people don't know about her is that she hates to take photos.
For sure.
So
Well,
the photos of her, right? The photos of her don't do her any justice. She's way more beautiful in person. She just hates to take photos.
Not with me.
So the photos, she's looking, all goofy and stuff, but she looks like a good girl. And
She is one.
we go there, and she runs out, and she's always happy to meet new people. She's super excited. She's running all around this room. She's jumping around.
I'm just in the corner, terrified for my life. I'm like, she's gonna kill me.
Just super happy, and she proceeds to hop onto where we're sitting, and she licks my ear for 30 minutes straight, and she does not stop. And that's when I knew that that was the dog for us, and that was the dog for me, because I knew then and there that she was a sweetheart. She just needed somebody to love her, somebody to give her a home. And we've had her ever since, and it's been, man, lots of it's it's been way more challenging than I thought it would be. It's a huge responsibility, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video. Is because I wanted to explain what it's like adopting a dog, the process of going through that entire process. What it's like taking them home, having them get adjusted to a home. Because when we got her, she was already a big girl. She was already 3 years old. So this is a full grown dog. So there's a huge learning curve when it comes to adopting a dog that's already grown up. So being impulsive, I just knew she was a beautiful dog, but I didn't walk her. I didn't attempt to see if she was socialized. I just knew she was beautiful. I wanted to take her home, And the first we adopted it then and there. And we put her on the leash. Honestly, I bought a collar. She bit that thing up. But we attempt to walk her to the car, and man, she
Forget
boogies.
about it.
She boogies right off the gate, like a tank that she was when we first got her. And she was dragging. She was super excited to get in the car. She had never been in the car before. Drooling all over the place, running back and forth in the car. And we're like, it's going to be a journey. But and a journey it's been. So let's get into the second topic. The second topic is, let's get into bringing her home. What that was like.
So we were just in the car, and like she was acting all crazy, obviously, because like she had no idea where she was going. She was like, "Where am I going? Where are you guys taking me?" And so we brought her home, and I don't think you know this, or like I don't even know if you were there, but like when we got home, I like sat on the couch and cried.
Why?
Because listen, I was happy that I got the dog, but I was afraid that like I wouldn't be able to take care of it good since I had no experience. I was scared that like it would be too much of a responsibility. I was just scared that I wouldn't be the one that was able to love her the most. Like I was like, oh no, what if this was a mistake or whatever? But I'm grateful that like we got to adopt her because like she's changed our lives. She's made our lives like more interesting and stuff. But yeah, that's my side of the story.
Yeah, she loves a car ride because she gets so excited. She can't wait to get where she's going. She can't wait to be outside and run around. So when you adopt a dog, right? Here's what you don't know, or here's what you need to assume. You need to assume that when you adopt a dog, that dog's been neglected.
Yeah.
So when you bring them home, they need a lot more work than you realize. You assume that they're decently potty trained, but you don't know. I mean, everything is a question. So when we first got her,
She peed in the house.
She probably peed in the house a couple times, which is interesting for me because I'm like my grandfather. You know what I mean? Like I had worked my entire life. Gave it all to buy this house that we have, and I got these beautiful wooden floors, right? What you don't know is that they're little kids with nails. So honestly, it took me a while, to get adjusted to understanding, that she was going to scratch at my floors. She was going to, but it's no different than like having a kid and crayons all over the walls and painting stuff and getting stuff dirty
Messes
and dropping
everywhere.
stuff, messes everywhere. It's the same process with a dog. So for me, I had to come to grips that, I bought this beautiful home, right? But a home is made to be lived in. You understand? It's not so much when you have to earn everything and you have to battle and claw to get everything in life. When you come from the bottom and nobody's giving you anything, right? You appreciate it so much. You want to keep everything as crispy as possible. And when you have dogs and kids, right? They're gonna mess stuff up. You have to come to grips with that. So that took me a little while to come to grips with that. My floors were never gonna be the same. There's claw marks everywhere in this house now. You know what I mean?
Everything's smelly.
Everything's smelly. But that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's about making memories, and it's about living in your home. Enjoying it, and then passing it down. So we bring her home, right? I don't know nothing about the grooming process. I don't know how much work it really takes. They're like, you'll feed her whatever, no issues. She'll eat anything, So we get her and we start feeding her, dog food. And it's time to get her groomed and stuff. Nobody had touched her coat before. Nobody had brushed her. None of these things. Take her to the groomer. You got to call somebody. Then you got to take her over there. Then just to do her nails, it was $20 a pop, right? I'm like, listen, there's no way I'm gonna pay $20 a pop to take care of this dog. You know what I mean? Like that's just her nails. Like what about everything else? So what I did was I went online, I bought all the grooming products I needed, right? And I said, yo, it is my job, it's my responsibility, right? My daughter wanted this dog, right? I got her the dog. Now it's my responsibility to take care of this dog to the best of my ability, So I went and I taught myself the process of grooming my Boston Terrier Pitbull.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Pit bulls have short coats. She has a Boston Terrier coat. This takes more work than just a regular pit bull.
Endless hair.
Endless hair everywhere. You would think she's short coat, right? The hair is everywhere. You know what I mean? So I go through the process of getting her used to getting groomed because she's never been groomed before. So now I'm brushing her. I am doing her ears. You got to clean their ears often.
Nasty.
You have to do their nails. Their nails are a process. Pit bulls have long nails that are built to dig into the ground. Um, Also, her nails had never been cut before. She's a shelter dog that was in a shed that nobody was taking care of her. So literally, the process of grooming her coat the first time, it was endless hair coming off. Like she had every time we would brush it, there would be piles and piles of hair on this floor, and
The nails too. Like I
the
remember
nails too were
the
ridiculously
first
long.
time, like she was so scared of.
She was so scared of getting
them.
them done. She would
Growl.
she would run. She would like go around in a circle, go around in a circle, go around in a circle, and I had to sit with her every time, get her used to this. And over the time, she sits there with no issue. Um, Dogs are a lot of work, man. You start feeding her food. We gave her food, right?
So many different types of food.
Right to the point where like I was getting her high end food. I was buying $80 bags, and still that wasn't good enough because what people don't understand is that when you get dogs, some of them have skin conditions, some of them have anal issues, anal gland issues, and some of them have problems. They're like little children. Some have medical issues. Most of them do now. So even the $80 bag of food was not doing her justice because she wasn't processing it well. My dog now, I give her
a special diet.
An all produce diet. She eats real food. We give her
lots of beans,
broccoli, beans. Everything that she eats is healthy, right? Because that's what she needs. That's what it takes for her to be her best self at this point. Everything was a trial. Everything was a process. It's a lot of learning, a lot of experimenting. But this is my responsibility. When I brought her home, I took on responsibility as a man to take care of her. So she chose us, we chose her, right? And now it's my it's my it's my responsibility to give her the best life, and this is what works for her now. So just learning the food, learning to groom her, learning to take care of her. People don't realize, right? You have to brush your dog's teeth. Try brushing the dog's teeth when they never had their teeth brushed before.
He suffers every day.
I gotta brush. People don't realize that you have to brush it 2 to 3 times a week. Some people think that you should brush your dog's teeth every day. You know what I mean? I try to get it 2 to 3 times a week, definitely once a week. And she. So let's talk about the famous anal glands issues.
Oh no!
So I didn't know what this was, man. We had these. I remember we bought these couches from that one place. Anyways, they were brown couches, and man, this thing absorbed liquid. It was those kind of it was like fabric.
Disgusting.
So she's sitting on the couch, man, and I don't know. I was home, and I smelled something rancid. I'm talking about like the worst fish smell I had ever smelled in my life. I almost threw out the whole couch. I almost burned the couch. I didn't want that couch no more. Oh, I got the couch from Olam's. So that's when that's when I was poor, man. I bought the set. It was like $1,200. That was a lot of money. And I'm like, yo, what is this smell? I keep smelling it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The smell was her expressing her anal glands onto my couch, and the spot was like this big. Yo, no lie, like this big on the couch.
Nasty.
It went in the back of the couch. I cut the cushion off, threw it out. The couch was never the same. It kept the cushion part kept falling into the couch.
Remember when we told the baking soda?
The baking soda, everything. You try to get this smell out. I said, "What is this? I never smelled this before." Um, yeah, man, it's been a process. So what we do for her, right? Because you can make it better, but it never goes away. So the process is we give her pumpkin powder. I give her pumpkin protein powder, like all natural. Her whole diet is all natural stuff. But that's what people don't understand about dogs. Don't know about dogs is there's they're little children. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? You need to take care of them like they're your children. And some dogs have more issues than others, and it doesn't mean that you can't love them the same. You love them just as much, even more. So she ruined my couch. We used to have to bring out the machine and clean this thing out, the water
Forget about
machine, the
it.
couch machine, but that's just part of the process. But this whole time that we've had her, man, she is so well behaved, man. She never barks. She's
Well, she does
never,
sometimes, but like
very
it's
rarely.
like at nothing. It's just like we don't even hear
If somebody
anything.
knocks on the door or something, or
Yeah,
she hears a little something, something.
but
She,
not
look,
really.
she's sleeping back there. That's what she does, man. She's just chilling. She's a 60-pound lap dog. Never food aggressive. Never has tried. I mean, I laugh at all the people that think pit bulls are these horrible, aggressive dogs that bite people, that kill people, that do all these things. Man, it is an absolute lie. That's the
For
exact
real.
reason why I adopted her, because I wanted a challenge. I wanted to. How am I going to come from where I came from, go through the things that I went through in my life, everything in my life being a challenge to go get a food dog? I can never live with myself. Never. I had to get a pit bull. You know why? Because Puerto Ricans love pit bulls. All right. When you're Puerto Rican, you grow up with a pit bull. You get older, you get a pit bull. Like that's just how it's done. All
For
right.
sure.
I wasn't gonna go and adopt a little food dog that weighed 20 pounds. Like that's embarrassing.
Mm.
Every part of my life, right, I want it to be a challenge, and I need to rise to the challenge every time, and that's how I live my life. So I wanted the dog that nobody wanted. You know what I mean? I wanted the pit bull, and
Best
yeah, man,
decision.
she's super beautiful, super well behaved. She listens. That's the important aspect to a dog is that when you have a dog, right, you have to be assertive.
For sure.
You have to show them that you're the head of the household, and they listen to you. You know what I mean? They love you because you take care of them. She loves us because she knows that we provide her a home that's safe, that she has food. She gets she's got her own room. She's got a bed in the room. She's got a
Mm.
dog cage. She's got
So
all these
spoiled.
things. She's a spoiled dog. So, that's where we're at with that. JB, talk about Mars a little bit.
So I have a fun fact for everybody. Before we had gotten her, right? Like her old name back when she was in like not the best condition before the shelter, her name used to be Polar. But the weird thing is that she has a few white spots, but she's mostly a black dog, and polar bears are white. So when I heard that, I was like, that makes no sense because she doesn't even look like a polar bear or anything. So why'd they call her Polar? Like what? And then the shelter decided to name her Marla, but we stuck with it because like you're like, okay, that suits her, you know.
100% polar where she don't look like a polar at all.
No polar.
Um, nah, her favorite part is dinner time. Nothing gets her more excited
She
than
wants
eating
dinner like
food.
3 hours early.
She loves food. She's food motivated.
For sure.
Her mother taught her how to shake with both hands. She does a
Roll
roll
over.
over.
She just kind of spins sometimes.
She runs all over the place, gains momentum, and then spins over. I love to wrestle with
To
her.
za her.
I she just wants to be left alone and stuff, but I do not leave her alone.
You
I
just
make
play
sure
with her, fight her.
that I get her to do the rope and all the pit bull
She's
things. So
always
when she
running
really
around.
gets going, she'll like run full speed. She'll spear me.
Mm.
She'll jump at me. Where we play fight. I wanted the dog that I could play fight with. I wanted the dog that I could do the dancing dog with. I wanted the dog that could actually, that was fun. That would. So she does the zoomies in the house. She comes upstairs. She runs back and forth a million times. She does the zoomies outside. That's a pit bull trait.
It's because like she saves up all her energy during the day because she
100%,
sleeps all day.
100%. Now she's getting to her elderly stage. She could be 8, she could be 9. Nobody knows.
Could be 100. No one knows.
But she still has some energy left. She likes to run around, do zoomies. Um, Man, it's been an experience for us. I wouldn't change anything, man. I love my dog. I love taking care of my dog, and it's she's a tank, man. Like she can take anything. Like you can,
Yeah.
she doesn't get hurt. Like she plays. I mean, and never has this girl ever been aggressive. In the 5 years that we've had her, not one time, man. So
Towards us.
that whole pit bull stuff, man. That's all a crock. It's all about how you raise your dogs. It's all about how you
Where
love
they
your
grow
dogs.
up and like what situation they're in.
Um,
Because she used to be aggressive like before the shelter, right? Because she was playing in the shed with the dog.
no, she was put in the shed with the dog, and they would go back and forth with each other.
I mean, not to like she wasn't aggressive to other people, just like
No.
dogs, because she was fighting with dogs all the time.
The only one time she ever had any issue was with another female dog, but we've had her around other dogs, and it hasn't been an issue.
Yeah.
That's with any dogs. The females don't really jive like that half the time. But I mean, that's the princess. She loves all
The
things,
spoiled brat.
all things food related. She gets to lay on everything.
She steals my spot all the time.
She likes to steal the spots on the couch. If you leave, she's gonna jump into your spot and take it. And then when you tell her to move, she gonna act like you don't. She don't know what the hell you're talking about.
She just looks at you confused.
Like she's sleeping on a ceiling. On a Serta, perfect sleeper.
Beautiful bed.
People think she's a boy too a lot.
A lot.
She's
Always like, good boy. And I'm like, look at her collar. She has a princess collar.
she's a great dog, man. I too, like, what people don't realize too is that, like, when you have a dog, like, you can't just pick up and leave. Like, you gotta come back, you gotta feed them.
Exactly.
You can't just go on vacation for a week and leave your dog. I forget that all the time. I'm like, yo, let's go on a vacation, and then her mother's like, who's gonna watch the dog?
And we're like, oh no.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's a huge responsibility. It's a lot of work, right? But I didn't grow up with a dog as a kid. Did I want a dog? Of course. So when my daughter said she wanted a dog, I wanted to give her that. So it's all about, giving your kids the best upbringing possible. So my daughter wants a dog, she gets a dog. Mars, come here, Mars, before we gotta say bye. Come here, come on. Come here.
She doesn't listen.
Come here. Hello.
She's looking for me.
Hello. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? Come here, girl. Look at those ears.
Those silly ears. Silly face.
Where's the pen? Yo, guys, we're running to the end of this clock right here. We got a limit on this thing.
Yeah.
That is the Mars, man. That's the marzipan. That's Marlo. AKA, there's nothing polar about her. Polar where?
Exactly.
Shout out to all the dogs in the adoption center, man. You know what I mean? You're all amazing dogs, and I hope all you dogs find beautiful homes and people that love you just as much as we love her. Thanks to all the subscribers.
Love you all. Manil. I had to tape it on before the video.
And guys, man, we got a lot of videos coming, and from our home to yours, man.
Mm-hmm. Peace,
man. You just want to play?
Milo!
Okay. Just want to play? Come on, man, let me see this.
He does want to go outside.
Let me see this. We're not going nowhere.
Oh my god. What's that you doing?
The marzipan, shake, 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 shake. Give me the other hand, shake, shake, shake. Other one. The other one. The other one. Give me the other one. Hello. 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 Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over.